Please turn your sound on to hear full explanations of our answers. Thank you. Question is, how can I succeed in Forex trading? And my answer to that is to learn, to study, and to discover yourself. Now, this might sound kind of new age, and let me assure you that it is nothing of the sort. Forex is first and foremost, it's a process of self-development. It's not something that you can take like you can read 20 pages, a 20-page book, and that's it. You're a master trader. It doesn't work like that. If you look at the biggest and the best traders out there, the George Soroses, the Jim Rogers, or the really big guns, they have been learning every year of their trading career, and they're still learning even now. And the more they learn, the better they become. So when I say learning, what I mean is you want to start off with getting a lot of different books, because a lot of it is in written form, a lot of different books, and reading up as much as you can. Reading all the different opinions, getting all the basics of Forex trading, looking at different strategies, everything, as much as you can get your hands on. Forums as well. It's much easier now in the day of the internet. There's a lot of free stuff out there. So read, and learn as much as possible. And effectively, you're studying this. So take it very seriously. This is, in a way, it's like a serious hobby. I say hobby because it's still enjoyable. I love learning about Forex, but at the end of the day, it's all there designed to help me become better and to make even more money than I did the year before. So you're always learning. That's a fact of life. If you don't like to learn, if you just don't like gathering knowledge, then maybe Forex ain't for you. But if you do like learning, or if you're just indifferent, if you're in the middle somewhere, then this is one half of what it's going to take. Now the other half is about yourself. And what I mean by that is, we are by default emotional beings, human beings. Even though we have language, even though we most of us in the modern day and age make a lot of decisions either in work life or in our personal life or in some other sphere, and we like to think now that we're kind of civilized and educated and we use our brains now, right? But the fact is, most people don't use their brains. Most people are victims of their emotions. And then what they will do is they will backwards rationalize this. And they will say after the event, they will say, they will try and make out like they had actually made a logical decision. But the reality is that they didn't. They were emotionally driven. And what you have to do with Forex, and this is not something that you'll get in a day or in a week or even in a month. This is something that's going to happen now. If you dedicate yourself to learning about Forex, something's going to happen now over the next months and years even, that you're going to learn a lot more about yourself, about your personality, about your emotions, about how your emotions affect your decision-making process. Because what you want to be eventually, the position that you want to be in eventually, is where you devise your own trading model that suits you as an individual, which is what all big traders do. They don't just use somebody else's model. They devise their own that suits them. And what they also do is their model, the decisions that they make as a result of that model are logical decisions, and they're not based on emotions. And that actually takes time to do, because a lot of people are driven by things like fear and greed. When you're in the Forex market, you fear losing money. And when you fear losing money, that means you won't bet as big as you should do, and you'll bet less. And that means that actually the profits that you do make aren't big enough to outnumber the losses that you make, because every trader makes profits and losses. So that's one example, how fear can hold you back. And another one is greed. You can be losing, right, on a losing trade, and you're continuing to lose. And instead of just taking a logical decision and saying, I accept, I was wrong, even though I can't explain it, I'm going to pull out of this trade, I'm going to wait for the right conditions again. And what people do instead is, a lot of people, they keep losing more. So what they do is they pile on more money, or they haven't been making much money, or they haven't been seeing many opportunities to trade, and they'll just trade even though they don't have a reason to trade. So these are all things that are driven by emotions and not by logic, and you have to be a logical trader. It's the only way to succeed in the long term. So I hope you found this video useful. Listen, before you go, I want to just tell you that if you want best results, if you want to become a really good trader, if you want to become the type of trader I was telling you about, who makes trading decisions based on logic that allows him to make consistent long-term profits, then I want to recommend to you the link below that I put in the description box. Click on that link and check out that site. It's a resource. It's written by a master trader, a guy called Vladimir, and what he does is he teaches a lot of other people his own system. But it's not a concrete system. It's flexible. It's adaptable. That's because it's a hybrid system. And there are people there, beginner to intermediate traders, that he has helped out hundreds of traders, and a lot of them were in a position where they were losing a lot of money, hand over fist. They were losing money every month, and they were, they'd wiped out their balance many times. And he's helped them to turn things around, to become consistent, to use simple rules that allows them to be logical and not emotional. So please have a look at that site. Just click on that link below, and you will find that really, really useful. And I'll see you soon in my next video. Take care.